I am probably going to get banned from London for this. So, unless you've been living under a rock, you have probably heard of Sadiq Khan, our glorious Mayor of London. He has introduced some schemes and changes over the years, which some support. Majority of, working people don't. I say working people because obviously there's a lot of people who live in Shoreditch who are unemployed. So one of these changes, as we all know, is expanding the ULEZ. Now, everyone was happy with it being within the North Circular. That made sense. London was a very polluted city. And then he expanded it to essentially the M25. Not entirely the M25, but you know what I mean. You just look at the M25 during the ULEZ. He made it so that only Euro 6 trucks could enter. Now, obviously, this affected a lot of families as well with their cars, but obviously we're talking from a haulage perspective here. But I do feel for those families, and I hope that they're, getting on all right. By making it Euro 6 only, he actually only moved an issue. So you've got the issue of perfectly good Euro 5 trucks, 600,000 kilometers on them, probably more reliable than Euro 6 anyway, less to go wrong, and just told everyone you gotta get rid of them. You gotta get rid of them, and it also inspired all these other low emission zones to pop up around the UK. Now the problem with this is that you have these perfectly good Euro 5 trucks that are then being sold for next to nothing, and then hauliers are being carved up with a lease deal, finance, or just having to bail it outright, at huge cost for a Euro 6, if you even can get one. And these Euro 5 lorries are mostly being exported. Now, they're being exported to places like Africa. When they get exported, do you think they leave those AdBlue systems on? Of course they don't. AdBlue costs money. Emissions equipment costs money. So what do? Tear it all off. So what's the point? What is the actual point? Gets my goat. And then there's DVS. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that safety towards our vulnerable road users isn't a massive problem. I do feel that education needs giving to the other side, but let's face it, we're not supposed to be taking sides. Ugh. So, DVS, Direct Vision Standard, essentially a star rating system that you have to apply for and get permitted for, and prove that you have made actions to improve the safety of your large goods vehicle. This includes left-hand turn audible warning, cameras, and a few more changes that is made since that we'll get into. So, we have the cameras. Camera. Camera.
Radar.
Camera. We have left-hand turnable warnings.
Caution, truck turning left.
And then we have reverse beepers, stuff like that. Stuff that's mostly fitted to most trucks anyway. You also have some trucks fitted with the passenger door window. And you also have some trucks that look like bin wagons that improve visibility. Okay, fine. A lot of hauliers got behind that. A lot of hauliers had that fitted anyway for the likes of Foresights and stuff like that. Problem is with Foresights, you actually gained revenue from that because you could actually, maybe increase your rate because you were FORS accredited. FORS, by the way, Fleet Operator Recognition Scheme. So, if you're a safe haulier, you can go deliver to these sites. Awesome. So, okay, everyone's done that. Oh no! Oh no! No! You happy? You think you're getting somewhere? Screw you! We're changing that in October of 2024. Ha! So hauliers have spent thousands kitting their trucks out with this equipment, and then they're told, Actually, no, you need radar, and you also need artificially intelligent cameras that tell you when there's someone stood in front of your lorry. My mirror does that. Also, just a thought. Don't stand in front of the lorry! So obviously this information is being released to hauliers through the likes of the RHA. Who the RHA are just very much like, thank you very much, Sadiq Khan. We will pass this information on to our hauliers. Whereas the RHA, you know, the Road Haulage Association, the association that's meant to represent hauliers and their interests, should be going, is there any funding for this? Is there any subsidies? Is there any reward for hauliers to do this, apart from being able to just continue to operate? No. Just, but as we all know, the RHA is a gaffers club anyway. So, what have these changes achieved? Well, in terms of London and pollution, nothing. Nothing really. Nothing. But as we all know, Africa lives in its own little bubble, so you know, pollution solved. In terms of road safety, I read somewhere that deaths on the road, which, you know, I completely agree, should be at 0, but unfortunately we don't live in a perfect world, have gone down from 11 to 7, but that's since DVS came in. So, not that long really. So anyway, to conclude, Sadiq Khan, you're a dick. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one.